Welcome to the Veterinary Marketing Podcast, where it's all about how to attract, engage, and retain clients using digital marketing to your veterinary practice. My name is Brandon Brashears. Welcome to episode number 232 and a half. In today's in-between episode, we are going to talk about something that I think is really important because too many practices are, in my opinion, the same when it comes to what is special, what makes you special in your practice. So this is going to be, I think, really practical and really helpful for you, because if you're just like everybody else, then you are a commodity. Or at least if you're appearing to be like everybody else, then you're a commodity. So it's very important that what distinguishes you in your practice is something that is actually unique, in my opinion. Okay, so let's get into today's episode. Before we do, don't forget, be sure to join the Facebook group, The Veterinary Marketing Nerds. If you have any questions, comments, or need help with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you so much for listening. If this has been a valuable podcast for you, if you enjoy this podcast, could you do me a huge favor and please share it? I would really, really appreciate it. Share it with somebody who you think could benefit from it. All right, let's jump into today's in-between episode. I want you to think about what your kind of vision statement and what makes you unique. A lot of practices have, an About Us section on the site, and it talks about what makes you and your practice unique. Obviously, the people that work in your practice are unique. But to a stranger, having, one doctor versus another doctor, they don't know you yet. It doesn't make that unique, right? So when people say, we treat your pets like family, we love you, on and on about the things that we do for your pets. We go above and beyond the extra mile. If you could copy and paste that what makes us unique statement to any other practice, and most of them are that way. You could go to your competitors, unique statement and copy and paste it on your site. It'd be pretty darn similar. So if you have to, if you're able to just, specifically think about what it is that makes your practice you, what makes you unique, don't just kind of go for something that you could put on top of another person's website. Really think about it. And if you think about it in terms of what makes you unique, what your unique selling proposition is, it's always important to frame that in terms of value to the client. And it doesn't necessarily have to be of like monetary value, but for example, if I'm thinking of people that are interesting and unique, like what makes these people interesting? What are the things that they like to do? What is the kinds of personality or characteristics that I can put into this that other people don't have? Like, are you a Star Wars fanatic? Do you love like certain kinds of cats? Are you really specialized in specific breeds of cats or specific breeds of dogs? Are you a turtle vet and you love working with turtles? Things like that. And then beyond that, like what with your practice, what is it that makes your practice actually unique? When I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking of like Dr. Cody Krillman's practice, where he says vet care reimagined. And a lot of people say we are redoing or reinventing veterinary care. And the truth is most people aren't, right? Most of the practices are doing care pretty much the same way. And so if you look at Cody's practice, which is called FenVet, and if you're not following it, you should check it out because it's really cool. He's got a YouTube show, but his practice is designed incredibly. He's got no reception station, no phones ringing in the practice. Like, he's really reimagined vet care and the experience there. And so that's what actually makes his practice unique. And when you see his website and you see his content, you can see that this doesn't look like a normal practice. So really think about it, and you have to think about it objectively too. If you ask your friends and your family, do you think that this makes us unique, or do you think this is something that we could just copy from a competitor's website? Take some time to think about it, because I think it's really important. If you don't distinguish yourself, then the only real metric that people have to measure your practice and your service by is going to be dollars, because that's the easiest way to measure the cost of something, right? And essentially the value. If I pay for an exam, this one's $80, that one's $120. If it's the same product, you're not going to fault somebody for going to the cheaper place. So make it seem different by highlighting what actually makes it different. I hope this was helpful to you. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from, and I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful day.